The right kit changes everything. With the right kit, you're ready for anything. United, connected, unstoppable. Whatever your sport, we are your sporting partner. Creating your kit your way. For every team, for every challenge, for every aspiration. Feel seen, feel ready, feel part of the team. Kit on, game on.
Hello and welcome to MILLFIELD School. It is a big day of action against SEDBERGH today, right across the sports. There's netball, there's rugby, and of course behind me there is hockey as well. And before we get into anything, I want to say a big sorry to Ellie Mullins, who's wearing 15 for MILLFIELD, who I missed off our social media graphic. So she's out there somewhere, and Ellie Mullins is getting the big shout out for the misfortune of missing out. Alongside me is Anna Rose Gabatas. Anna, this is a really big day, isn't it? We're really excited. Wow, just seen a hockey ball go absolutely flying. These girls are pretty handy, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. It's meant to be an amazing game. It's a big old rivalry, so much tradition. They'll be excited to get out there.
And of course, it being a sort of whole school thing. I mean, if we look over to our left, the Sir Gareth Edwards pitch there is already packed out. Here, the Butley Hockey Astro is absolutely starting to burst at the seams as well. This is a rivalry right across the sports, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's a big day for everyone. I'm sure everyone will be finishing their lessons and coming out and coming to watch. So yeah, big day.
Certainly is going to be a massive day. Just to let you know the way that today's going to work, we've got this stream, 1 o'clock start here in the hockey, MILLFIELD against SEDBERGH. SEDBERGH will be in their brown kits, MILLFIELD will be in their white, I believe, with their 3 stripes on the front. And then at 2:30 p.m, it's a different link entirely, just in case this one runs over. I'm sure you've seen it, but if you haven't, it's 2:30. Head to NextGen15's YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/NextGenXV, and you'll get the 2:30 kickoff in the rugby, which is of course as well MILLFIELD versus SEDBERGH. And warming up over there, they've actually got the 13 fixtures to get them going. If you don't know anything about that pitch, the fact that there's another game going on that pitch beforehand is pretty big in and of itself. I'm not allowed to walk across it, let's put it that way. It is very, very exclusive, that field. This is pretty exclusive as well. This is one of the great venues. MILLFIELD, of course, one of the great sporting schools, SEDBERGH as well. And there's a real reputation for hockey here, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly. They've had loads and loads of history. And like one of the girls recently, I know Becky Manton is playing out in China for GB, getting her first caps, first goal, first minute, first cap. What more could you ask for?
That's pretty impressive, isn't it? That's pretty impressive. And we can't let this day skip us by without mentioning the family connection. Your brother, one of the coaches for the first 15 over there. How's he feeling ahead of this one?
I saw him this morning and I'm going to say he's pretty nervous. He's one of those people that gets super into it, super excited. So I'm sure the director of rugby, Mr. Mallet, will be calming him down, saying, Freddie, chill out. It's not your game. You've played in this. It's done for you. Just be there for the boys. But yeah, big day.
And on to the hockey. This game's been really tight over the years. I was looking through the scores, certainly since COVID. There's only been a goal or two in it. It's obviously going to be a really tense one.
Yeah, definitely. I think back in the day, I think it's fair to say that MILLFIELD have had their fair share of wins, but in the last few years, it's been one goal in it. SEDBERGH got their first win 2 years ago, so yeah, the girls will be nervy.
They certainly will be. Listen, Anna, I'm going to send you up to commentary because you've got a big afternoon ahead of you. In the meantime, we're going to chuck to a couple of adverts while Anna Rose gets herself into her commentary position. A reminder, it's a 1 p.m. pushback here in the hockey, and then that different link for the 2:30 kickoff between MILLFIELD and SEDBERGH in the rugby. A massive afternoon of sport here in deepest Somerset. We can't wait to get going.
The right kit changes everything. With the right kit, you're ready for anything. United, connected, unstoppable. Whatever your sport, we are your sporting partner. Creating your kit your way. For every team, for every challenge, for every aspiration. Feel seen, feel ready, feel part of the team. Kit on, game on.
Is that better now? Hello and welcome to MILLFIELD versus SEDBERGH at MILLFIELD at the Campus Astro. We're brought to you by NextGen, and I'm Anna-Rose Gabtas, and I'm joined by Sky. Sky, how are you doing today?
Doing very well, thank you.
I'll be bringing you along for what promises to be an enthralling game where two schools will be battling it out for bragging rights. It's a long-standing rivalry that goes back for so many years. Are the girls excited?
Yeah, they're very excited. It's been a big build-up to this. I've been talking about it all season.
And I think it's fair to say that MILLFIELD previously have had the upper hand in these contests, winning 9 out of the 10 games. But I think in the last few years it's got quite tight, hasn't it? Like SEDBERGH won a few years ago, and so are the girls nervous, or how are they feeling?
I think they're nervous because it is a big game. It usually gets a big crowd, but I think they're confident. We've had some good games leading up to this.
Perfect. So you played a game a few days ago? You played a game you played a few games a few days ago?
Yes, we played King's Taunton on Friday and came away from that 10-0.
Perfect. What more could you ask for? And SEDBERGH actually played versus Malvern yesterday, and they won that as well. So they'll be excited and ready for this coming into this game. So, as I was saying, that there hasn't been much separating the sides in the last few years. And the last year, the girls went to SEDBERGH for the first time. Were you on that trip?
I was not on that trip, no.
But apparently it was an amazing day, and the girls all managed to go down to Cumbria for the first time. And we'll now see the team sheets. So for MILLFIELD School we have Grace Williams in number 1, number 2 will be Mills Wright, number 3 will be Obi Hansel, number 5 will be Katie Harris, number 6 is Lily Holmes, number 7 will be Lilia Dunn, number 8 will be Charlie Milsom, number 9 will be Charlotte Robinson, number 10 will be Mackenzie Beard, number 12 will be Sammy Digble Jewell, and number 13 will be Jazz Porter. Number 14 will be Emily Franklin Adams, number 17 will be Connie Fitch, number 19 will be Maya Corbin, number 22 will be Delilah Talbot, and number 15 will be Ellie Mullins. And now looking at SEDBERGH, number 1 will be Ella Conrad, number 2 will be Freya Hawson, number 3 will be Ruby Cosgrove, number 4 will be Millie Jones Perrott, she's the captain today. Number 5 will be Hattie Newman, she's vice captain today. Number 6 will be Olivia Barley. Number 7, Amber Goodhart. Number 9, Darcy Greswell. Number 10, Jemima Hurld. Number 11, Poppy Carnocken. Number 12, Tilly Glover. Number 13, Anna Hope. Number 14, Ruby Herring. Number 15, Olivia Milburn. Number 17, Isla Dinsdale, number 18, Bella Renninson. We have about a minute until kick-off. What do you reckon they'll be saying in the little huddles over there?
I think MILLFIELD will be reminding each other just to work hard, work for each other, put 100% in. We've worked all season for this, and if everyone works for each other, then we'll come out with the result that we want.
Perfect, and I'm sure SEDBERGH will be just saying, let's get through the first few minutes. It's always nervous in the first 2, but we'll see how it goes. So, Sky, why are you not playing today?
So Wednesday last week, I managed to get concussed in training.
Oh, and are you sure you're okay to be doing the commentary today?
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here.
Perfect. How did you manage to get concussed?
I managed to get a stick to the head, not even in play. We were playing with the boys, and one of them managed to slip over and swing his stick into my head.
Oh no, that is not good prep for what is going to be the biggest day on campus. MILLFIELD versus SEDBERGH. We're ready to push back now. MILLFIELD will be in the blue and white with the white socks, and SEDBERGH will be in the brown in white skirts and brown socks. Here we go. Seem to see that SEDBERGH have pushed back today. And there we go, they start off nicely, going round. Just keeping it simple at the start. Moving the ball around nicely. Seems like there's a big press from MILLFIELD there.
Yeah, we've got some very excited forwards that like a strong press, so.
That's what we love to see. Oh, great ball to number 7 from SEDBERGH there. quite a hard place to come out of that like little dark corner of the pitch there.
Yeah, we are always taught to press hard when the ball is in there, so I'm sure the girls were a bit nervous to get it out, but we've got a lot of confidence in our back line.
Oh, it's a lovely little spin there. It's a great interception from number 10, Jemima Hurled. Oh, it's a great first touch. I think that was one touch in balance, so that was a tough one there.
Yeah, I think the girls will just be looking to settle from the back now.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a lucky little chuck, but it's nice to see the girls aerialing it up from the back. That's a really nice thing to see. Good skills there. And that's Mackenzie on the ball there?
Yeah, Mackenzie Beard, our captain.
She's also the head of school, isn't she?
Yeah, she was the head of school at the start of this year.
Wow, so first team hockey captain and head girl, that's pretty impressive.
She did have a lot on our plate, but definitely put hockey first.
That's good, that's what we like to hear. Great interception there from number 13, Jazz Porter. Jazz recently made her Clifton debut for the Premier League side. She actually made it against me. I play for Reading, so but she started off really well, and it's great to see her in the Prem. What we love to see. Lots of the girls play for Clifton, don't they?
Yeah, they do. We've got a good group of girls that go to Clifton.
Clifton obviously coached by Clifton first team now coached actually by your director of hockey, Reggie Keats, but he previously coached the second team, so I'm sure he had did you ever want to get away from him? He's coaching you at school and at club. It's quite a lot.
I went and played for Clifton a bit in the summer league stuff, and I really enjoyed it, and it's always valuable having your coach where you can. But I played for TA and then moved to Bath.
Oh, nice, perfect.
So had a lot of mixed opinions with coaches. But
so you're playing for Bath. I think Bath University is one of the 2 or 3 only games that you've lost this season. Is that like a friendly versus Bath University?
Yeah, that was a friendly at the start of the season to get us going. I think we were a bit disjointed at the very start of the season, just working out how we were all going to play with the new additions that we did have to the team.
It was a great interception there. A great strong carry by number 12, Sammy Dingville-Jewell. She's actually the top goal scorer I've got for Clifton second team, so that's pretty impressive. At just a lower sixth or upper sixth girl, that's unbelievably impressive. SEDBERGH look like they're playing in the back 4, but they seem to sometimes go to a 3, which is lovely to see. It's a great interception there. And a great ball across as well. And just a short corner there. It looks like I thought that was going in there.
So did I.
Looked like a great cross ball and just accidentally hit a SEDBERGH foot. We'll see on the replay. It's a good interception. Good ball across and actually saved it potentially from going in. You don't have to tell me your corner routines, but have you converted many from short corners this season?
They're not our biggest scorers. We're better in open play, but we do have some good routines.
Well, we'll see how this one goes. For those of you that potentially haven't seen too much hockey, this is probably one of the scariest things to run out and defend. Just getting the ball flied at you, and that is a great finish there. I'm not sure whether that was, you said it potentially isn't your biggest threat, but that seemed like an almighty threat to me. What a great flick that was.
It's our number 1 flicker, Jazz Porter. She's very reliable with that.
Jazz has also had a NAGS assessment recently this year, I think, so I'm sure she can see why they want her in that England setup. SEDBERGH looking to get that goal back. It looks like it's been like quite an evenly contested game so far.
Yeah, it has. I'm sure both teams are feeling a lot of pressure now.
That was Millie Jones Perrott, SEDBERGH's captain, on the ball there with a strong drive down the right-hand side. There's the Mackenzie Beard there. Ooh, a slight accidental trip, I think, there. I'm sure we'll see quite a lot of that later in the rugby game as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there much support between the teams at MILLFIELD? Do you all support each other?
It's quite difficult with timetables. Sometimes our matches are usually on at the same time, but definitely for big competitive games like this, there's a lot of support between them.
Yeah, we have a lot of people on the sideline. Is it nerve-wracking playing in front of people, or are you used to it now?
I think we're used to it now. Most teams really thrive off of the atmosphere that we do get. And I think a lot of the girls that came on the tour to South Africa learned a lot from being in big atmospheres and have learned to love it.
That South Africa trip's been going on for a long time, and I think everyone absolutely loves it, don't they? It's such a good tour, play some really good sides. And that's a great carry along the baseline. The number 22, Delilah Talbot. Delilah's new, isn't she, this year?
Yeah, she is. She's in 6th.
She used to live in the US, did she?
Yeah, she did.
Really nice from SEDBERGH there, working out from the back really nicely. Playing some two-touch hockey. Number 2, Mills White. She looks like she's a force to be reckoned with down that right-hand side. She's a good carrier and strong in defence as well.
She definitely is. She's small but certainly mighty. She's not a defender I'd want to go against.
Lovely long ball there, straight into the middle. Nicely put onto a foot by Charlotte Robertson, number 9 for MILLFIELD. Unlucky little touch there from number 7, Amber Goodhart. If she'd got hold of that, she'd have been up and away, which is potentially something that MILLFIELD need to think about their counter cover slightly. But who needs counter cover, I suppose, when you're attacking like that? Were you in the team talk before, or did you manage to escape that because of your concussion?
I managed to escape that, get some of my work done.
Nice. Well done. Oh, it's a lovely strike there on the reverse. Just slightly wide. What are your score predictions for today?
I'm thinking 3-1 to MILLFIELD.
Ooh, 3-1. If we see 4 goals, I think we'll be lucky. It'll be lovely. I'll probably counteract that and say 2-1 to SEDBERGH then, just so we're not too biased on the comms. Umpire just calling for the ball to be brought onto the actual line from where it was taken from. We're putting SEDBERGH under a lot of pressure in that back corner. But that is a lovely little spin from number 4, Millie Jones-Perrott, the captain from SEDBERGH. She looks like she's done that before, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's a goal from MILLFIELD there. Lovely reverse stick. MILLFIELD will be really happy with their start, won't they? Going 2-0 up.
Yeah, they will. I think they'll be looking to settle now and get real control of the game.
I'm going to potentially say that has come slightly against the run of play, that second goal. SEDBERGH looked like they had a lot of the ball then. Passing it around really nicely. That's great pressing there. Number 15. It would look like they're, as you said, they're now settling into it, being a bit more comfortable on the ball. Just passing the ball around. And not too rushed to go forward, they seem to happy to go backwards as well.
Yeah, I think the backline are a really big strength to our team this year. You'll see them play most of the minutes in this game.
I always feel like that must be so hard for a defender. I play up front, so you get lots of rest. But as a defender, you're on pretty much constantly throughout the whole match. And it's not even just tired. I suppose you do obviously do get super tired as well, but you have to concentrate for so long. I think I'd lose concentration after about 7 minutes.
I used to be a forward in lower 6th and uppers. I've moved to half-back, and it's definitely a very different type of concentration.
Wow. That's quite a new thing in the game where people are converting from being a forward to halfbacks, just because it's so useful to have defenders and halfbacks that can carry out from the back, and I think that's what lots of sides and lots of very good sides are looking for. So they obviously think you're a very strong carrier. SEDBERGH looking to go A to C there. That's a lovely ball there. So unfortunately just not controlled there. Is that something you've been working on in training, the aerial game?
Yeah, we've got quite a few players who can do it. It's just getting the confidence to be able to do it in games, because once you can and you believe in yourself to do it, it's a real asset.
Yeah, exactly, and especially when you go into the women's game as well, it's such a key thing to be able to aerial and beat that first press.
Yeah. It's not seen as much in the women's game, it's certainly not taught when we're younger, but there's been a big emphasis on us to, if you've got a skill, learn how to do it. It can be invaluable.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, as you said, that in the men's game it's used so much, and they can chuck over such distance, and I think that women can definitely do it. We just don't get taught it as early, and so then it's hard. You're making up time, and it's hard to do it in the game or when you're under high pressure situations if you haven't done it lots in training. And it's one of those skills where if you mess it up, you often you're chucking an aerialing out the back, but if you mess it up, it's rolling on the floor.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things you, as you said, have to build real confidence in. So great tackle there by number 3, Obi Hansel. We're playing with 2 screens. Is that what you normally do?
Yeah, that's a pretty standard setup for us with our 2 screens. Always making sure that one's ready to drop and one's ready to project, so that we've got depth through our midfield. And it means that we can project our half-backs if we'd like to.
Yeah, you've got slightly more cover, I suppose, then if you lose the ball.
Yeah.
Nice idea there from Jess, just to open up the pitch slightly and give a floated ball through. Just not sure the forwards are potentially on the same page yet. The sun's coming out today, which is unusual in Somerset. I mean, it's raining cold, so...
It was definitely cold this morning. Glad that it's warming up a bit.
And SEDBERGH opting for the aerial as well. But it's landed nicely for Lily Holmes, who recently was at Talent Academy as well. And she plays for Clifton Robinson's 2s as well. Lovely little link-up play there in the middle of the park. So you said you play on a Saturday as well for Bath. How important is it to play with the women's game as well as school level?
I think playing the women's game is really important to us. We're definitely encouraged to do it. Not only learning different things, different presses, and learning how to play with different people. The women's game is very different to school. There's a lot more physicality in it, and you learn to hold your own.
Yeah, and I think there's such a big thing about that you can bring it back into the school game, and you can bring that physicality and that strength that you've learned on a Saturday. I think it's a really good thing that you're allowed to do that, because I suppose not many schools are allowed to do that.
Yeah, it's definitely facilitated a lot with transport and us being encouraged to try different things and go and see where we're comfortable.
That's good. A crucial tackle there made by number 3, Ruby Grasgrove from SEDBERGH. Mackenzie just happy to not go super quickly then, wait till she was pressurised and then give that lovely ball there. Some good contests happening in the middle of the field. SEDBERGH not letting MILLFIELD go straight through. middle of them, which is really good. Really nice to see. Did a turn over there, it looked like it was going to be for MILLFIELD there, but SEDBERGH won it back. It's a lovely touch on the reverse there. Just seems like SEDBERGH at the moment are struggling to get through MILLFIELD's press. With MILLFIELD are pressing so high and at such pace, it seems like they're struggling to get it out the back. That's great defending there from SEDBERGH.
They're doing well to stop MILLFIELD going through the middle. We're going to have to start looking to go around the outside and driving the baseline.
Yeah, they look like they're placing a lot of players in that middle, and they've looked like they've got two spares in the middle of the circle there. A nice interception by Freya Horson. But we're just wanting to find a white ball rather than a yellow one. Is that because you can't see? They can't see the yellow ball, or is it just the quality of the ball?
I'm not sure. I'd always rather play with a white ball, but I think it's for make sure that umpires can see it.
Oh yeah, that probably makes sense.
I think the competitiveness is starting to come through now.
Oh, and it's a great hit into the circle there. SEDBERGH looking to go quickly there. A nice step by number 6, Lily Holmes. I think that was potentially a bit unlucky there. I thought that had hit a MILLFIELD foot rather than a SEDBERGH foot, but I suppose the umpire's a lot closer than I am, so. Nice little jab tackle there by number 6. Unlucky shot there. It went like an absolute rocket. I think the MILLFIELD player was quite lucky to get her stick in the way of that rather than her body.
Yeah, I think it was a good deflection either way, no matter where it went.
MILLFIELD opting to go around the outside this time, but still creeping back slightly through the middle. But SEDBERGH seemed to have covered quite nicely. Both MILLFIELD and SEDBERGH both have had alumni going to away to the US to study and to play. As well as go to English universities and go and study and play within the Bucks Premier League for hockey. Is it something that is encouraged that you can choose to go wherever you want to go? And
yeah, definitely. I think we had some people come and speak to us about the hockey programme over in the US and how it would benefit us as players and where we'd like to go. I think as a school, they try and give us as many options as possible, especially along with our sport, and making sure that we can carry it on through our higher education as well.
I think SEDBERGH's last year's captain went to they had two girls that went to Syracuse recently, and also their last year's captain went to Princeton as well. And I know from when I was at MILLFIELD that it's highly encouraged as well to go and see the world, but also and get an amazing degree, but also play excellent hockey. That was a great little dink there. Lovely use of 3D. I'd love to see SEDBERGH have the ball slightly higher up, because I think their forwards are looking really skillful and quick up there, and I think they'll be a bit of a threat to MILLFIELD's back line.
Yeah, I think SEDBERGH are definitely coming back into the game now. After the 2 early goals, it's looking like they've got a lot more control in possession.
Yeah, exactly. That's a lovely open play and great touch through to the middle as well. Great tackle from number 3. Abby Hansel seems to be a bit everywhere. She's always there at the last minute, but clean up.
She's a great player. She works really hard. I think she always appears when you need her.
That's exactly what you need. SEDBERGH now on the attack, going 3v1, but it's nicely dealt with by Lily Holmes from MILLFIELD. From up here, it sounds like SEDBERGH have quite a lot of support, travelling support, which is impressive all the way from Cumbria.
Yeah, it's a long way to go, but I think it's nice they've got this amount of support here. I think we had a lot of support travelling up when we went last year.
I think it's just testament to the rivalry that these two schools have. It's such a tradition, and it's been going on for so long, and it's lovely to see it's continued.
I think it's nice having the tradition of school rivalries. It just gives everyone a game of the year to look forward to, no matter what happens in cup competitions and whatnot.
SEDBERGH just mounting a bit of pressure now. They opt to go down to the outside, and that's a great strike through the middle. That was really nicely dealt with by number 14, Emily Franklin-Adams. Showing that forwards can defend in the circle.
Keep it up, Brown. Come on, keep the pressure.
MILLFIELD sitting off slightly, sending one forward to press.
I think Sammy's asking for a bit of help there in that press, some people to go with her.
Millie Jones-Parrott has proved to be very good in this first half. And that's a lovely ball through as well for number 17, Connie Fitch. Was given a lovely ball across as well, but just didn't have any backup there. This game's turning into be quite an open end-to-end game so far. After that early, as you said, those early 2 goals from MILLFIELD, SEDBERGH look like they've got back into it and essentially had the upper hand. And that's a lovely tackle from the left midfielder. Number 18, Bella Renninson. It's a great carry from number 2. Mills right there. MILLFIELD shots seem to be preferring to hit on the reverse. Is that often? Is that likely?
I think both Charlotte Robinson and Sammy Digby-Jewell have a very strong reverse hit, so they're favouring that side. I think they're finding the open space to our left-hand side. I think SEDBERGH are doing a good job and trying to keep us off our strong strong side.
It's a lovely ball there, straight through. I'd potentially like to see both sides slightly spread the ball out and spread the players out slightly if they can, because it seems like both sides are really congesting the middle of the field, and so it's much harder to go through because there's so many more players. Milfield's keeper not having a lot to do at the moment, but it's good to see that she's still awake. Great 2v1 there. Great little link-up play.
That's coming in now. It's been a lot of emphasis on that in training, making sure we can do long and short balls. Oh.
Slightly wayward pass there. The umpire's just playing advantage there, but brought it back for, I guess it must have been a foul, but
I think it hit a foot earlier. Quite lucky for Millfield that that got brought back so we could get players behind the ball.
Mill's right, just letting everyone know it's slightly wet on that corner of the Astro. And she doesn't need new shoes. Well intercepted by number 8 from Millfield. Charlie Milson, who's another one that made her Clifton Robinson's Premier League debut this year versus Reading Hockey Club.
She's been a solid part of the Millfield first team since she was in year 11. Her and Lily Holmes have come through as a duo.
People that are listening maybe are at other schools, that potentially is quite normal for a lot of other schools to have youngsters in their first team, but it's definitely not a thing at Milford. It's often only your sixth form that play in your first team, but so they must be two very strong players.
Yeah, it's definitely a really big achievement here. I mean, they have been playing since year 11 amongst people that are representing their country here. So they're a real asset and know how it works and knows how Millfield hockey is meant to be played.
We're playing some really nice two-touch hockey there. A short corner given there for a foul in the circle. I wonder if they'll opt to go to a flick again.
We've got a few flickers on the team that are on the pitch now.
It's always good when someone scored, and often the flyer or the defensive unit will run out to that one player that scored previously, and then if you go to another flicker, it's so hard to call. So it's great to see if you've got variations or different people that can both do the same skill is really helpful in a side.
I have a feeling this is going to Castle 1.
Slight mistrap there, I think, at the top of the circle. Bit of a get out of jail free card for SEDBERGH there. SEDBERGH's fullback opting to carry through the back there. Great option by Katie Harris there. And it's taken quickly. Oh, and that is a top bins finish. First time, I think, not even a touch on that. It's a great finish.
I think, is that a second goal for Sammy?
Yeah, I think so. Second goal for number 12, Sammy Digble-Jewell. You can see why she's the top goal scorer for Clifton Twos. She has rockets like that.
Great double team.
You can see what SEDBERGH are trying to do there, just trying to open it up and play to space. It's hard when you're nearing up to half time, tired bodies on the pitch. One of the umpires just calling that foot doesn't matter because it was an unforced error, so to play on. It's always nice to see. I always like playing against umpires that just let things go. I hate when the whistle goes too much.
Yeah, definitely. You want a flowing game.
Great pick. Number 3, Ruby. Cosgrove receiving on her burst to go forward. Really lovely to see. SEDBERGH in a really tough area of the pitch there in the corner.
Lily definitely thinking that was her ball there.
There she is on the ball again there. Great defending from SEDBERGH there. Number 14, Ruby Herring. She's on the floor making that tackle. Again, we see that spin again. It's lovely to see. SEDBERGH thinking it's theirs, but yeah, Milford have been given the signal to go that it's their ball. Now it's SEDBERGH's turn to put on the pressure, and that's exactly what they have done. An unfortunate foot there. And despite the score line saying 3-0, it's been a bit more open in the last 5 or 10 minutes. With both sides really having chances to attack. I think it's going to be a game of 2 halves here on the Campus Astro.
Yeah, SEDBERGH have definitely been a bit unlucky in the final quarter, not quite making the most of some of their attacking opportunities, but they've definitely had a lot of the possession, put a lot of pressure on the girls.
Milford will be hoping to keep this out in the last minute and a half. Never a good time to concede, because then it's all the momentum that goes into half time seems to be, no matter what the score is, if someone else scores before half time, seems the momentum just shifts that way. Number 14, Ruby Herring on the ball there. I think the decision to chuck into that space, potentially there wasn't really enough space to chuck into, and it was well dealt with by Mackenzie. He made a big call to say, this one's mine, everyone else needs to be 5.
A lot more aerials in this game than there has been in previous games that we've played.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Potentially maybe that's because people think that there's quite congested in front of them, or...
I think there's quite strong presses from both teams and looking to get out of them quickly. An aerial can be a solution to it.
Yeah, exactly. Great pace, number 13. Jazz Porter again. Unlucky not to keep that one on. And the half-time whistle goes. Milford go into the half 3, SEDBERGH 0. But as we said, it hasn't really seemed like that so far. So, are you still sticking with your score predictions?
I am going to stick with my score predictions, yeah.
I think that's looking quite likely now, which I'm a disappointed with, but I'm sure SEDBERGH will come back fighting in the second half. We'll be back very, very shortly. Stay tuned. We are back for the second half of the MILLFIELD School versus SEDBERGH School showcase. At half-time it was 3-0, but we're sure that it's going to be a mighty second half that we have in store. Sky, what do you think is being said in the dugouts?
I definitely think the girls have got a lot of compliments for making the most of the opportunities that they've had, but they'll have been warned that SEDBERGH are going to come out fighting and that we need to be switched on in this half.
Yeah, exactly. Milford just being told to hurry up and get out on the field. SEDBERGH girls are ready and raring to go. And as you said, I think SEDBERGH are going to come out fighting. They finished the first half, really, really well, and I think they will be wanting a goal for their hard work.
Definitely, I do think a goal is deserved on their side. They've done a lot of really good defensive work and have had some opportunities going forward.
Yeah, we saw on the replays, I'm sure you would have seen as well, that finish for MILLFIELD, Jazz Porter on her first touch, that reverse top bins. That's what we absolutely love to see. And we're kicking off the second half just as we saw the first with an aerial.
I think MILLFIELD are really looking to put this game to bed early on in this half.
Yeah, 3-0, even though it potentially might seem like that, you've got the game, it's a long half of hockey ahead, so they'll be wanting another goal to just secure it and cement it.
Before their legs get too tired.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's legs that don't look too tired, Mackenzie's. She was happy to do the work back there. Mackenzie had spent the summer with Wales under 21s, where they were in the World Cup. And she's got an upcoming World Cup, I think, this summer, so good luck to her in the Wales under 21 side. There's a few other international accolades for this team, for MILLFIELD's team. Charlotte Robertson played for Scotland under 18, as well as a lot of players playing for Talent Academy and having NAGS trials as well. That's why we spoke about it previously about these girls often being encouraged, school encouraged people to play a lot of sports, and I was chatting to Lilia Dunn's dad earlier, and he said she plays tennis and cricket as well. And is that something that school encourage you to play lots of different sports and then specialise as you slightly get older, or are you allowed to play as many sports as physically possible?
Definitely when you join in year 9, they don't want you to specialise at all. They want you to go and try out new things or old things and find out what you're genuinely passionate for. When you start getting a little bit older, you can start specialising more towards the year 11, end of year 11, you start really specialising in the sport that you want to do. But if it can fit into your timetables, you're encouraged to go and do it.
It's always what we like to hear. I think it's so important, especially the younger you are, obviously, the older you are, you have more important exams, and I'm not saying that year 9 exams aren't important, but you have your A-level and GCSEs to be dealing with, and so it's hard to then, and it's a lot for your bodies because you're playing so much and it's such a high intensity. But as the younger you are, I think you should definitely be playing as many sports as possible. SEDBERGH was having a sideline from their half. It's been turned over by MILLFIELD. Really unselfish play there. I think I'd have liked to had a strike in there, but really unselfish and passed it. Potentially because she was passing it to Sammy, who, as we've seen, has been quite good in front of goal today thus far.
Really strong press there.
Another player that's shown great strength is Mills Wright. It's just been so good in that middle of the field. She just turns over a lot of the ball. She's happy to press, happy to defend slightly deeper up the field. She's definitely someone that I'd want on my team.
She is a great teammate. She's also a bundle of energy. I don't think I've ever seen someone be so happy and never tired all the time.
I had a bit of because I'm an alumni. I had a bit of a look at your MILLFIELD hockey. It says that her warm-up song's Diva by Beyonce. So
I think that sums her up pretty well.
Lovely little facts that people just don't know that are on the internet and that you can find out reasonably easily. So thank you very much for that, Mills. Lovely use of 3D there. but really well defended by SEDBERGH.
Mills stopping SEDBERGH getting out again.
Oh, and that is a lovely deflection again.
Another one for Sammy.
Yeah, exactly. I think a hat trick. Hat trick for Sammy. Shows that she's good from far away and good when she's in that ugly zone against keeping that lovely little deflection there. Uncharacteristic mistake there from Mills. Could be wanting to win that back. What is your hockey coach, Reggie Keats, what's he talking about when he says detail there? He's saying, girls, focus on the detail.
So details is focusing on what we find important, so how we're passing to each other, open sticks, focusing on those small details that are really, really important to our game as a whole. So when he says that, it remembers us to just take it back to the basics and focus on what we're good at.
Great pressing there. A great save by Ella Conrad, who's had quite a lot to deal with so far and is playing really, really well for the girls in brown.
I think Emily Franklin-Adams will be looking for a goal now today. She scored a hat trick in our last game.
Scored so many into the last game, maybe there's not enough for her today. It's a great step there.
Could be a big opportunity.
So we see another aerial just get pulled up and given to MILLFIELD just because there's potentially too many players in that area that the ball was chucked to, so deeming it dangerous. Potentially just a pass just beyond the girls from MILLFIELD there.
Nice hard split from Charlie Milson.
So for viewers that potentially haven't watched so much hockey, a split is just when the forwards just press you to the defenders just to one side, just so they can't use all the space and just condenses that space slightly.
That's Mills possibly coming off with a bit of a blow to the nose there.
Looks like she was up and ready to carry on, but I think safety and all those things, she had to come off and just probably just have a bit of a check. She seems unhappy to be coming off though.
I think she'll be wanting to be back on in a couple of minutes.
SEDBERGH setting up with 3 around the ball. And they managed to turn it over. Great battle in there. With number 6, Olivia Barley from SEDBERGH coming off with the upper hand.
Nice ball down the line. Sadly there wasn't a player there.
There we see SEDBERGH trying to split again there for MILLFIELD's defenders, but it's so hard when you've got a defender that can slap and just skip out of play. It makes that split slightly null and void because you can just skip them out completely.
It is difficult when you split. It's definitely a whole team thing. People think that it is just on the forwards, but they need people to go with them. Otherwise, they can get cut out of the game quite easily.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a great steal from Amber Goodhart, who carries it out of the back, and a lovely little squeeze to go over the defender's stick. Squeeze is perfect on this Astro, so bouncy. Lovely roll from SEDBERGH there. SEDBERGH are playing with 3 at the back, but they're playing with 4 at the back, but they're playing with 2 that are directly behind each other. So that's 2 very great left to right drags there from SEDBERGH, and it looks like there might be a 2v1 versus the goalkeeper here. Oh, but an unfortunate back stick then. It's a great carry out.
Definitely be a big wake-up call for Millfield to say that SEDBERGH are still in it, and they've got 25 minutes left to keep playing.
Yeah, Millie Jones Parrott just showing what she can do on the sideline there.
I think.
Umpire just stopped time for a Millfield injury. Hopefully everything is okay. How talking about injuries, and you said obviously you're not playing because of your concussion today. How is the S&C and the physio, and what are those facilities like here at school?
I mean, honestly, here they're second to none. We've got a med centre just behind the pitch here, and a physio that's available for drop-in sessions and to book sessions when you need. Definitely the reaction to my head injury was amazing. And the protocols that they put in place for us girls to make sure that we're safe and playing at our best is really good.
I think that's really important, especially at school level, because you want to look after your body so that you can be playing for as long as possible. And if you have an injury and potentially it come back too quickly, or you haven't had the right rehab or things like that, and at lots of places you're desperate to come back, and obviously everyone's desperate to come back, but sometimes you just need a physio or a coach that can say, give it another 2 weeks. Your career is long, or hopefully it is long, and so not rushing back into things is really, really helpful.
Yeah, definitely. I was definitely wanting to come back for this game, but I think looking after your body and the longevity of these players' careers here at Millfield is really important to them, more than it is potentially pushing yourself too far for one game.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like the game will be restarting with Millfield's ball. But today we're coming to you via NextGenXV, and we're sponsored by Feedback, who are digital feedback for athletes and coaches, including a fitness app, and which tests and you can feedback on your players' skills, mindfulness, and they can be self-assessed as well as player-assessed. Extreme, which are a form of dry robe, jumper and socks for teams, athletes and parents and avid fans that want to embrace the elements and watch their children and other teams play sport. We are also sponsored by STC, which is playing kit, training kit and casual kit for schools and National League sides, and this includes custom sports kit. But we're back underway here on the campus Astro.
Thanks, Annie.
Yeah, we've seen that spin a few times, it's so nice.
Lovely ball in there, SEDBERGH.
And a great rebound as well for number 11, Poppy Carnock. And first time we've seen Grace Williams having to do too much, but she dealt with that very well. Grace Williams is obviously the goalkeeper for Milford, is in the lower sixth, so she'll be back next year, playing in this game next year. super useful to have slightly younger girls. As you said, we spoke about the year 11s before. They get accustomed to playing at this sort of level and first team level, and they're back and they can show their wisdom the next year for the new lower 6th and year 11 girls.
Yeah, definitely. She also played alongside Phoebe van der Wel last year, who was our upper 6th goalie. So I think she learnt a lot from her and got to play in some really pressurised games with someone next to her knowing exactly what she was going through. So she's nice and calm this year and can handle anything that's thrown at her.
I think it's really nice for goalkeepers to always feel like being a goalkeeper I'm speaking with absolutely no experience of being a goalkeeper. It must be quite lonely sometimes because you have to deal with a lot of stuff just yourself, and I suppose it's not because a lot of the time you're with your team, but it can be slightly lonely, so it's really helpful to have 2 people that are in goal and they can feed off each other and give each other help and advice when they need it. So playing with a lot more confidence now. Big screams to go back, just maybe go around. A strong carry out the back there. There's Mills back on the pitch, causing mayhem as per the first half. SEDBERGH this time off using the split press, and they intercept it really nicely there, and they look like they've got a big space ahead of them, but it's well dealt with by Lily Holmes. Plays it really nicely into the middle. SEDBERGH look like when they turn over the ball slightly higher up, that they've got a lot of space in and behind, so, and it's just that last pass that potentially is not going the way they'd like it to, but that is a lovely pass. It's a great idea from the full-back there, just trying to open up the pitch slightly and encourage the half-back to push up and attack.
Great defending by SEDBERGH there. Nice opened up the space on the left-hand side.
Oh, really unlucky, but great chasing back defending. That's lovely defending there. Exactly what you want your defender just to step through, and I hope doing really nicely. Ruby Herring showing she's got absolutely no fear there at fullback. There's Anna Hope as well, looking after the ball really nicely, putting her body in between the MILLFIELD player and the ball. And that is a great ball. 2 lovely passes there to open up the field slightly.
MILLFIELD overloaded in the circle.
And that's a great reverse that unfortunately just goes to the near post. That's potentially SEDBERGH's best opportunity of the game so far. And what an opportunity it was.
Come on, SEDBERGH. Hear the comeback.
We're hearing calls for the comeback on the sideline. It does feel a bit like there might be one coming. Lovely deflection into the circle there.
Come on, Brown.
Slightly too much for Amber Goodhart to deal with. But what a lovely strike she had just moments ago. Very clean strike.
Come on, Brown.
Is that a tactic that you choose to do? Just hit it long and then press because your press has been so good?
I think when we've got an aggressive split press like we do today, and the balls from Lily Holmes out the back are, I mean, bullets and pretty accurate, so we trust her a lot, and if we get our forwards up there we trust that they can receive it, so hopefully get someone on the receiving end of her passes, but if not, trust the forwards and everyone step up.
SEDBERGH showing that they can deal with Milfield's press a lot more now, and that's a lovely ball into the space. For SEDBERGH to go on the attack. Line ball nearly intercepted there for number 19.
Nicely out by Katie there, but SEDBERGH have got it back.
SEDBERGH look like they've got a bit of got some second wind coming. They look like they're coming back, and there might be a few goals to their names very shortly.
Nice to see that Jazz is back on the pitch after going off a bit of an injury earlier.
Yeah, really nice to see. SEDBERGH doing really nicely just to open it up at their screens. They're often getting it in the screen deep midfield position from their fullbacks, and that's opening the pitch really nicely. They're taking 1 or 2 touches, and their first touch is actually going forward, and they're playing it out to either their wide midfielders or to their halfbacks. Showing that they have obviously maybe had some wise words from their coach on the bench, and just implementing that really nicely. And Milford doing the exact same at the other end. Opening the pitch up, playing for 2 touch. It's a great carry on the baseline. And a safe out from SEDBERGH there. Milford look like they've went to more of a 5 at the back there. It's a high line transfer. And Lily Holmes was offered to, didn't even need the player, she just thought, I can carry this.
Got a lot of versatile players through midfield on our back line, and it allows players like Lily to carry up when she sees the opportunity to.
Let's go, Brown.
It's a great carry from Ruby Cosgrove from SEDBERGH there, number 3, which is also a foul actually. They've got free hit here. It's a lovely ball to number 15, Olivia Milburn on the top, which results in a short corner there. Foul on top of the D. SEDBERGH's first short corner of the game. You got anyone really fast as a runner 1?
Well, I can see Mackenzie's on the bench. She's a very quick outrunner. If I had been able to play, I think I would have been running number 1 as well.
So potentially an opportunity for SEDBERGH here, with both you up here in the commentary box and Mackenzie on the bench, just having a breather.
We've got some very brave players
Come on, MILLFIELD.
running out, so hopefully the girls will be all right.
Oh, it's a lovely flick. The bottom right-hand corner for SEDBERGH. We'll see that one again. It's a great injection for the first Castle. And then a lovely, lovely flick by number 5. Hattie Newman, the vice-captain today for SEDBERGH. We spoke about the comeback being on, and there we have it.
Definitely some more confidence in the SEDBERGH players now.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a lovely play from number 3. Ruby Cosgrove again. And number 7 there, Amber Goodhart, as we spoke about previously, doing really well. She's a really strong carrier.
Push it, Brian, push it! Push it!
This game's opened up massively here. Number 10, Jemima Hurld from SEDBERGH. Carrying the ball really nicely down their right-hand side. Oh, it's a lovely reverse ball. Into the circle there. Just deflected and saved, I think. So we'll go for a long corner, Milford long corner. Yeah, just lovely save there from Ella Conrads. Lucky and thought it was very well kept on by number 17, Connie Fitch. Unfortunately, just off the back line. Said we'd take it quickly and opting to go long. But I think it might be just slightly too much for Olivia Milburn. Just some calls for the SEDBERGH girls to just drop slightly and not get too excited by the goal and then forget about their defensive duties. I think we might be seeing a card here for the first time. It's a green card for number 14, Ruby Herring. A green card just being 2 minutes on the sideline just because it was a deliberate foul. I think it was a deliberate foot just to slow the game down. So that means that Ruby will be sat in the naughty chair for 2 minutes and her team will have to play with a player down. That is a great pick up on the reverse. I wonder if SEDBERGH will do anything, will press slightly differently or outlet slightly differently, depending on the fact that they've got a player down, or whether they'll just go for it, considering the scoreline and the fact there's only 11 minutes to go in this match.
I think they're still trying to go into the pockets and engage our forwards to get them out of the game as quickly as possible, so that they can exploit an open side.
Number 15, Ellie Mullins there, just trying to turn over the ball as quickly as possible.
Nice skill from SEDBERGH.
Yeah, SEDBERGH happy, really happy to be carrying out the back, and that is super nice there. It's a great ball by number 4, Billy Jones. Scenario thrown into the middle of the field, meaning that everyone has to do 5 upon receipt, just because of the danger. Fantastic step by number 13, Jazz Porter. Who is pretty happy to shoot from anywhere on that reverse, on the left foot as well. Super lovely to see. But high press and MILLFIELD turns the ball over. A foot outside the circle, meaning no short corner, just a free from the outside, which Mills decides to go quickly.
Hello.
Well out by SEDBERGH there.
Nice press there by Tilly Glover. Running out, quickly making sure that Milford have no time on the ball. Then we see Ruby Herring doing really nicely there, just turning over the ball. Exactly where her team need her. And I think that's her off the naughty chair. So SEDBERGH back to 11. They dealt with that really nicely, didn't they?
They did. An unlucky foot in there though, so another short to MILLFIELD.
When it's picking up, it's getting a bit chilly out here, which I'm happy I'm in 15 layers rather than
skirt and a vest as the girls on the pitch are. But I suppose it's warm when you're playing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they'll be glad that they're running around.
As you can see, the SEDBERGH girls just kitting up, getting their face masks and their gloves on to run out for the short corner. So if you haven't seen much hockey before, it gets injected to the, or pushed out to a player on the outside of the circle. It must go outside the circle before someone has a shot. It can be a shot, but that has to hit the backboard on the first shot, or it can be flicked, which can be flicked in the air, as we've seen just there. But it's a great running out by number 5 from SEDBERGH. Hattie Newman, the vice-captain. They have a nice job to be running out there.
No, it's definitely nerve-wracking, but that was really well dealt with by her. Oh,
that is a great ball. Thought Sammy might be pinching a fourth there.
She's definitely looking for one, but
lovely skills there by Hattie Newman. He's really come into the game really well in this second half.
Come on, girls, keep working. Keep going, Tilly. Well done, Tilly.
I think SEDBERGH are doing well here. MILLFIELD are struggling to find each other going up.
Yeah, it feels like this game, I suppose, in the latter ends of the match, have got a bit scrappy. People are opting, the girls on the pitch opting to go long rather than to play short little link-up play. But as I said there's SEDBERGH doing some really nice little link-up play. So commentators curse. Doing exactly what I said they weren't doing. But really nice play from SEDBERGH there. Down the right-hand side. SEDBERGH quite unlucky not to get a bit of advantage there, because I'm not sure that area was quite high enough. Just a lovely touch there. And a short corner, well won by Sammy. Short corners in the last few minutes of the game are always nice, aren't they? Especially if you're up, because they just take a bit of time out of the game.
Yeah, it just gives everyone a bit of a breather and lets you reset if it has got a bit scrappy.
In the professional game, you're only allowed to have 90 seconds to set up for a short corner, both defensive and attacking wise. So it seems like the girls are adhering to those rules here, setting up very quickly. And around the back, there's a lovely little routine there. Around the back to Lily Holmes to be delivering via slap on the floor. But just dealt with really nicely by SEDBERGH's keeper. Ella Conrads. SEDBERGH still chasing after the ball to get the game going again quickly. But I'm sure they must have some tired bodies out there, considering they played a game yesterday versus Malvern, which they came off with a 5-0 win actually. Great press there. And a short corner awarded. SEDBERGH looking a bit bemused by that, and I think they're questioning why that was, but we'll see it on the replay. Lovely little 3D play. And I think it might just be there for that little stick tackle by number 14. An unfortunate one. it's hard in the circle. It's much easier for attackers because all they need to go is a touch on the ball via their stick and it's going towards goal, but a wrong touch for a defender, you're putting it in yourself. And another routine from Milford there with Lily Holmes at the helm. An option for a slip left and a cross goal. She's got such a nice slap, doesn't she, Lily?
Yeah, she does. She's definitely an asset to our team with that. I think we definitely exploit it as much as we can. Ooh.
Just an unfortunate one there. I'm sure it was completely by accident, but I hope she's okay. It's never a nice one to receive.
I think that's some giggles from the pitch there.
Yeah, I think,
so I'm sure that Charlotte's all right.
Yeah, Charlotte Robinson taking that one really well. Bless her.
Well kept on there by Sammy.
It's great to see the Milford girls still fighting to keep the ball on the pitch and to get the ball live as much as possible, considering they're 5-1 up and there's only less than 3 to go. Great little 1-2 there.
Great cross by Mills.
Ready, Darcy?
SEDBERGH's giving a lovely ball down the line. They look like they've got some speed to get there. I think Mackenzie doing really, really well. To just trusted herself to chase it and to block it. It's great gamesmanship.
I think legs are definitely starting to look a bit tired going into the final 2. Both teams still putting up a good fight though.
So what's the protocol? What happens after the game's over? The final whistle goes, and what happens then?
So we all come together. There's usually a small debrief about our game, nothing in too much detail, as emotions run high right after a game and you want to let everyone decompress, go and get some good food, warm up, and then usually we'll get through some more detailed stuff in our training and over our group chat later tonight or tomorrow morning.
Hopefully not tonight. They should let you off, have a likely to win 5-1. So the game's 1 minute to go, but hopefully you'll have some well-earned time off. It's a lovely tackle on the reverse.
I think everyone's ready for a Christmas breaking up on Friday.
Good game to finish on.
Definitely.
Great turnover and press there.
Great tackle from SEDBERGH to slow Sammy down.
Yeah, Freya Hawson making a much needed tackle there and a great save from Ella Conrads. SEDBERGH going potentially for their last attack. And it's a great ball. They've been given advantage. I'm sure with 20 seconds to go, SEDBERGH will be looking to take this on quickly.
What she wants now.
Okay, yeah.
Sky K.
Yeah.
And there it is, the final whistle for the Millfield versus SEDBERGH showcase game. Millfield ending up victorious in this one, 5-1. I've been Anna Rose Gabjas and this is Sky and Sky K, and we've thoroughly enjoyed today's game. Sky will be the happiest because she is a Millfield girl that's just unfortunately missed out on this game due to her concussion, but I'll let you go and celebrate with your team now. But please join us very shortly as it will be kicking off at the rugby very, very shortly. Remember, there is a different link for that, so just find that link for that on NextGenXV via YouTube. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The right kit changes everything. With the right kit, you're ready for anything. United, connected, unstoppable. Whatever your sport, we are your sporting partner. Creating your kit your way. For every team, for every challenge, for every aspiration. Feel seen, feel ready, feel part of the team. Kit on, game on.